Mitch Mccallister here. Y'all give him a hand.
Dan and Tanya's trying to keep them in the dark over here with what's going on. Let me tell you, every now and then you meet some folks in your life that changes it. And this story with the Moore family, with me and my wife, started. It's actually, like he told you, we had them up for the first show they ever did. And I had a friend of mine that his wife was diagnosed with cancer. And we needed to raise some money. Well, of course, like he told you, I walked into, everybody here knows Dewey Brown and plays with Ralph and all of them, but I walked in and I asked Dewey, I said, Dewey, I said, I need some music. I said, and unfortunately, because of the cause, we can't pay anybody to do this music. So we need to, I'm here begging for free music. And everybody knows the bluegrass industry and the, like Steve and all of them, they donate their time to really good things. Well, we talked back and forth out in the office, and I kept hearing in the back, these kids back there just getting stuff together, and I'm going, wow. I said, that sounds good back there. He said, well, I don't know if they're ready to play, but you want to talk to them. Well, when I walked in, I recognized them. Never met them, but I walked in, but 2 years prior to that, we were up at Bass Mountain at the music festival, and I see this white van pull in. And this mountain of a man get out. and then all of a sudden all the other doors flew open and these youngins kept falling out of the van. And then they just kept falling out. Well, then they went to the back of the van, and believe it or not, in that van they had all these instruments. I said, what in the world are they going to do? So my wife, Tina, and I walked over and kind of watching them, and I said, wonder what they're going to do. And they stood out there and they kind of tuned their instruments up, and this is the kind of family that we're talking about right here. This is what makes this whole family a special bunch. They got their music tuned up, or their instruments tuned up, and they walked over to this couple that was sitting in front of this little bitty camper. It's an older couple. Don't know them today. Like I said, I didn't know who they were. And they played 3 or 4 songs, and the only one I remember, I believe y'all played Foggy Mountain Breakdown for them, maybe? Yeah, played Foggy Mountain Breakdown. And that's the only reason they came to Bass Mountain that day, was to play those folks 4 songs. And again, they walked back across the field, and believe it or not, they all got back in that van. I don't know how, but they did. But we've enjoyed them so much. And like I was going to say when I started out, every now and then you meet people in your life that inspire you. Tanya and Dan and all these kids, all the whole family has taken us in. We just feel so much a part of them, and we want everybody here to continue to support them. I told them one day I want to be sitting in the front row watching them on the Opry, and it starts right here. So thank y'all for coming. Kids, we love you. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll be behind you the whole way. Thank y'all.
Mitch, appreciate it. You know, he said a mountain of a man. Dan is pretty good sized fella. We met them, it was a year ago tonight. They came here, we didn't know them from anybody. And Dan come in, I don't know, I guess it was a few weeks before Christmas last year. We weren't planning on having anything on New Year's night. And he said, man, let me bring my kids down here and pick. We did, and had a great turnout that night. We developed a good friendship and become friends away from music. Dan and I talk at least once a week or text or something like that, and I call him Big Daddy. And, it was funny, we had the state fair in town here back in August. We had the North Carolina State Fair. I called Dan, I said, man, y'all bring the family, come down. We always have a big day. We always go on Monday, and I just go to eat. I mean, that's all the reason I go there. I said, y'all come down and go to the fair with us. And he said, all right. So we met over in Cary, and we all went to the state fair, all the kids, and Tony and everybody we got out there. Well, they had this booth set up there, had the world's largest bull. It was 50 cents. Well, I paid and went through, I checked out, I come out, I said, man, you need to check out that bull in there. You ain't gonna believe that thing. He said, all right. He said, come on, kids. Well, he got up there, and boy, all the youngins was lined up out there. That old boy working there, he said, all them kids yours? He said, yeah. How much you gonna charge me to take them in? That old guy, he looked down there. He said, all them kids are yours. And he said, yeah. He said, take them on in, no charge. Dan says, you're not gonna charge me anything? He goes, no, I want that bull to see you. Where's Buddy Michaels at? We need to get him up here. I'm so proud to have Buddy here. He only, like he said, he only comes about once every. I think last time he was here, my band was playing here. I think we had a CD release party that night, and he got lost that night as well. But, I say it all the time. I said earlier, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I used to sit over here in Cary when I was a kid learning to play, which I'm still learning to play, but about 35 years ago, and I would hear Buddy Michaels on the radio on Sunday afternoon. Man, it was before you went to the mornings, and I was like, God, man, if I could just ever get to know Buddy Michaels. And I did. I was serious about that. He's an icon in this part of our state, and just always did so much to promote our music. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of a group that actually sang at his wedding. Gosh, that's been 20-something years ago, I guess. 26 years ago. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
September, we left past mountain and went to Charleston, and Hugo hit.
Hurricane Hugo, that's right. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
That
yeah,
ought to tell you something right there. As far as a start to a marriage.
Came in with a bang, didn't you? Yeah.
We were actually evacuated on our honeymoon. And I got to tell this story. This is kind of cute. We're all adults here. Well, anyway. So we already knew we were going to be evacuating. So we went out that last night to eat. And man, they knew the hurricane was coming. Lobsters half price. I was like, man, let's eat some lobsters. And got in there, we sat down and ordered. The little girl says, yeah, will you eat up good tonight? Because that storm's coming. And I said, what storm are you talking about? She said, sir, have you not been watching the news? I said, no. She said, there's the biggest hurricane's ever going to hit Charleston, just maybe today or, tomorrow, whatever. I said, we're on our honeymoon. We ain't left the room in 3 or 4 days. My wife was kicking me under the table. She was like, don't you do that to that poor waitress. But anyway, it was a fun, I had to do that.
Yeah, well, no, that's good. I'll get out of here. But I just want to stress how much we appreciate what he does. I know the Snyders, us guys are in bands, anytime you need something, you can reach out to Buddy, and he always does his best to promote you and help you out. And I'm glad you kind of taking these guys under and pushing and helping them a whole lot. And we just appreciate you. Buddy Michaels right here, everybody.
Thank you, Steve. Well, let's really celebrate the reason why we're here tonight, the CD release party. Did everybody get a CD? Okay. Did you get more than one? Of course, all right. Y'all come on back out here, because we got to tell this little story real quick. We're telling way too many stories tonight, but this one's a good one. This one's the Daniel line here. Yeah. I do a radio show. Well, I do several radio shows: Sanford and Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I do Roxborough. I do Burlington. And I do BuddyMichaels.com, that's on the internet, but my Roxborough Monday night show, 7 until 11 on 96.7. It's also RadioRoxborough.com. You can tune in anytime. And I think we're going to have y'all on the phone in the next week or so. But they listen religiously every Saturday morning, because they live near Burlington, and every Monday night. And they love to listen to the local commercials. Well, there's this one commercial. It's a local restaurant, and it's a little cheesy, some of the commercial, but sometimes advertising, the cheesier the better, because people remember. So Daniel mimics one of the people on the ad, and it's become one of his favorite lines, especially when there's good food involved. So we always say, for generations, there's been, what's the first line for what has been a favorite in Roxborough for many years?
The food is really good. Don't worry, this one's free.
Every time I play that commercial, I get a text from them. It's just automatic, so they hear it and they love that ad. But and it's a great place to go before the race and after the race, before
Not
the
during
dance,
the race.
and not during the race.
Not during the
They're
race.
going to rewrite the whole commercial. Yes, I streamlined. Yes, RadioRoxborough.com. So tune in and hear how good the food is. So,
Because it's really good.
and it was really good last night, wasn't it? So, I talked to him. He had just eaten at Chick-fil-A before they got here, and I said, "How's that sandwich?" He said, "It's."
The food is really good.
All right. Anyway, they started calling me a couple of months ago Uncle Buddy, and they said you're like family to us, and you really help us, and you give us criticism, and you tell us what to do to get better, you know. And I appreciate that so much. I feel like, I guess that means Big Daddy and I are brothers, right? I guess I'd be the run of that family right there. But anyway, yeah, Little Daddy. Thank you, Steve. I don't reckon the guy at the state fair would want me to go in. So anyway, let's celebrate tonight again with Salt and Light / the Moore Family Band. In the house. Here's
All right, here we go.
A little ways. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You've got your little ways of hurting me. You know just how to tear me up and leave me in small pieces on the ground. You've got your little ways of hurting me. They're not too big, but they're real tough. One cold look from you can knock me down. Well, to look at you and me, no one would ever know the pain that I've endured, 'cause I won't let it show. My friends would laugh out loud if they only knew the truth about how I am just your lovesick fool. You've got your little ways of hurting me. You know just how to tear me up and leave me in small pieces on the ground. You've got your little ways of hurting me. They're not too big, but they're real tough. Just one cold look from you can knock me down. But no one would ever suspect sweet little you. There've been rumors of the truth, but I've kept it quiet, 'cause I'm too ashamed to let them know that you make me cry. You've got your little ways of hurting me. You know just how to tear me up and leave me in small